Hey, welcome back to More in the Morning. As the seasons and the weather change, many of us have started to struggle with dry skin. I know I have. This morning, we've got Mallory Reynoso, an advanced registered nurse practitioner from Houck Dermatology, getting us some tips on how to overcome that dry skin. Good morning. How you doing?
Hi, good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you so much for coming in. You know, like I just mentioned myself, I know a lot of other people, especially those of us who have to wear makeup quite frequently, have been really struggling with that dry skin since the temperature has kind of gone back and forth.
Yes.
You know, what kind of causes that dry skin on folks? Not just their face, but hands, feet?
Yes, absolutely. So like you mentioned, the cooler temperatures that we're having, the lower humidity is definitely contributing to some dry skin. Also frequent hand washing and increased use of hand sanitizers. I know a lot of us are just in the habit of hand sanitizing every moment we get, which is great. However, I always recommend just getting to an actual sink if you can and using a gentle cleanser rather than multiple times a day using hand sanitizers. And then also, you know, hot showers. I know it feels great when you're in the shower and it's kind of relieving that itch that dry skin can be associated with. But I'd recommend just, you know, warm showers because the hot, it definitely worsens the dry skin. And then also, as we age, a lot of the older population may complain that they feel that their skin has gotten drier throughout the years, and this would be correct. This is due to just normal changes in the skin throughout the year. So your skin gets thinner, and then also you produce less natural oil. So, yeah.
Is dry skin harmful at all? I mean, you mentioned the makeup. You're taking makeup off after a show or really, you know, a day at work, and obviously your skin's very dry. Sometimes it can irritate your skin. Is it harmful if not, you know, treated correctly?
Right.
So it's typically not harmful. However, I do recommend treating it and taking care of your skin. It can lead to other things such as eczema, infection, or other serious skin problems. So I always like to remind people that the skin is the largest organ of our body. So I think we should treat it with respect and, you know, moisturize daily, be sun protective. And then, of course, if your dry skin is worsening and it's not improving, I'd recommend you schedule an appointment with a dermatologist just so they can take a look and make sure that there's nothing else going on and they can get you the proper treatment.
Well, and that leads us to the obvious next question is how do you combat this maybe just at home? You know, I know specifically for me, it's around my mouth. It gets like really dry.
Yes.
I know just for some people, it's just specific areas. You know, how can you go about treating that at home?
Absolutely. So you know, you really want to make sure you moisturize. A lot of people, I know in Southwest Florida, we've usually got humidity, so you don't feel that need to put on moisturizer, but even 2 to 3 times a day when we're getting these cooler temperatures. So if you can get it on at least once, that's, you know, we're starting there, but at least, you know, 2 to 3 times a day. And then when you're putting a moisturizer on, gravitate more towards a cream or an ointment. So you spoke about like, specific areas that are very chapped. This would be great areas to put ointments on first, and then once you get them under control, you could switch over to that cream-based moisturizer. And then also no harsh soaps. So those are just going to irritate the skin even more. And when you're shopping for your new moisturizer or cleanser, look for one that's hypoallergenic and fragrance-free. I know most of us, or a lot of us, love the fun fragrances out there for the cleansers and moisturizers. Maybe men not so much, but I mean, I know you like that vanilla sugar smell.
You know.
There are nice men's scents out there as well. But yeah, I would stay away from those. Those can actually cause added rashes on the skin. So just fragrance-free and hypoallergenic, and you should be good, okay? And then, as I mentioned before, no hot showers, just warm. Limit your shower to about 5 to 10 minutes. And then upon getting out of the shower, just pat dry the skin. No need to scrub dry. That's just going to irritate the skin even more. And then, you know, grab that moisturizer again, and within 5 minutes of getting out of the shower, put the moisturizer on.
I am so guilty of that 20-minute hot as I can make it shower. So I'm glad you said that.
Yes, absolutely.
Mallory, thank you so much from Houck Dermatology. You saw it pop up there on your screen. If you'd like to get in touch with Mallory or anybody from, you know, from Houck, you can always reach out via telephone, go on their website, whatnot. Maybe if you're traveling this holiday.
Yeah.
You know, get some
tips. This is all good information to have. Great information. Thank you so much. And you're going to be back for the next hour, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to have more for you then. 6:26 is the time. We're going to be right back after this. All right, welcome back to More in the Morning. As the seasons change and the weather, many of us have started to struggle kind of with that dry skin. And this morning, we've got Mallory Reynoso, an advanced registered nurse practitioner from Houck Dermatology. She's going to get us some more tips and tricks on how to overcome that dry skin. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Thanks for coming back. I thought we scared you off on the 6 o'clock. So, like we were kind of talking about this morning, it's getting to that point of the year. Obviously, the weather's changing a little bit. Some of us are kind of struggling with that dry skin in some of the areas, not just on our face, but our hands, our feet. Are you kind of seeing that with more of your patients?
Absolutely. So the lower temperatures that we're having and less humidity is definitely causing some new dry skin, as well as just irritating people's skin more. Also, the frequent hand washing we're doing and increased use of hand sanitizers are drying out people's hands. I always recommend just try to get to a sink to wash your hands rather than using the hand sanitizer multiple times a day, and then just washing your hands with something gentle. And then also, hot showers. Everyone loves to do hot showers. They feel like, at the time it may help that itchy feeling associated with dry skin. However, it can actually make your skin worse. And then the older population, they do suffer a little more from dry skin just because of normal aging, the normal aging process. We lose a lot of we have less natural oil in the skin, and then the skin becomes a little bit thinner as well.
Okay.
To prevent getting some of this dry skin, I think a lot of people immediately, they think to themselves, okay, moisturizer. Like, I just need some type of moisturizer to put on my hands, to put on my arms, to put on my face, doesn't matter, wherever you have dry skin. That's not necessarily the only way that you can help prevent this.
Absolutely. So moisturizer is great. 2 to 3 times a day is ideal. And then when you're looking for that moisturizer, grab a cream or an ointment, okay? That's going to be the best. And then just no harsh soaps or cleansers. So when you're shopping for your new moisturizer or cleanser, look for one that is hypoallergenic and fragrance-free. I know personally, I always gravitate towards those fun fragrances, but they actually can cause additional rashes on the skin, so try to stay clear of those, just hypoallergenic and fragrance-free. And then also, just when you're taking a shower, make sure the water is warm, not hot, limit it to 5 to 10 minutes, and then pat dry the skin, no scrubbing dry. And then as soon as you get out of the shower, within a 5-minute window frame, get that moisturizer on. It's really going to lock in your moisture, okay?
Now, one of the things that always kind of freaks me out as soon as I start to see anything that changes on my face is going, oh my gosh, is there something wrong? Like, is it harmful? Is dry skin harmful at all when you start to maybe see those flakes or, or changes, like patches?
Yeah, so that's a legitimate concern. Dry skin is typically harmless. However, if, you don't get it treated, it can lead to other things such as eczema, infection, or other serious skin issues. So I do recommend treating it. I always like to remind people that the skin is your largest organ of the body, so we should respect it, moisturize it, take good care of your skin. And of course, if you feel like after putting moisturizer on, you're just not getting any improvement, or rashes are developing, worsening symptoms, I would recommend you schedule an appointment with the dermatologist so they can take a look and get you some treatment.
Off the top of your head, just because I'm curious, any specific brands or anything that you would recommend for anybody out there, maybe something that you like?
Over the counter?
Yes, so over the counter, Cetaphil is a great option, Aveeno, Eucerin, and as I said, as long as it's saying hypoallergenic and fragrance-free, but those are a few to name some.
That's definitely something you should look out for, or you go over, there's a pharmacist or somebody that
yeah,
can
they can
you
always,
where are your
absolutely.
hypoallergenic options.
Yes, yep.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
I'm definitely going to cut down on my 8,000 degree shower, maybe to only 2 minutes instead of 52.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in
Yes,
this morning.
thank you.
Really appreciate having you.
Yes.
7:26 is the time. We're going to be right back after this.